ladies and gentlemen, today, we are going to be turning down the brightness because it is a little bit too bright. One moment. Is that better? Looks better. Today, we are going to be fixing my ring light that I broke in my last video, or at least one of my last videos very recently. Pull out the cleavage a little bit more. I have been procrastinating for the last 6 hours, it feels like, but really probably an hour and a half, just answering people on my Instagram. I asked for questions, you guys sent a bunch. And then after that, I was just listening to music, and now I won't have the time to film what I was going to film after fixing this ring light, which I need for what I was going to film. I was either doing F&M, you can see I have the packages right here and I'm sitting on the table that I usually use in F&M, or I was going to film my next ASMR, which is going to be ASMR masks, which is going to be very topical and very fun. But before I do that, I actually have to replace this little joint here with this one that I serendipitously found on Amazon for Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. Yes! Thank you, Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. You are the true MVPs. But while I do this monotonous task of fixing this ring light, which is a little bit harder than it looks because I have to take off this backing plate right here and then take off the nuts that are holding these screws in on this side, then replace it with this one and the new hardware, the new hardware. While we do this menial task here that I'm very happy I am doing on my own, oh my god, even though I have the urge to tell Jay to do it because it doesn't further how cool I am as a person, unlike fixing my Jeep on my own, which I still needed Jay for. But anyway, I digress 10 times already in this video. Today, we're gonna be talking about how it's been working out for me with all of the changes that I've made to my channel, the cinematic changes, the cinematography that I've added in, the slow-mo, and how I've made things a lot shorter, more concise, and more consumption-friendly for those of you on YouTube who have short attention spans. Let's go ahead and get started, and we'll start talking about that. So if this hasn't been made obvious already, this is going to be a sit down and chill video. So if you like just listening to me talk and gush at you guys for a few minutes, sit back and relax, because that is what we are going to be doing. And I'm taking this apart while it's on because I think it's aesthetic to have that little bit of light underneath there. So we'll see if that affects me or not. I can't believe I broke this, by the way. I was so depressed that I broke it because I was like, I'm gonna spend another $170 on a ring light when this ring light is perfectly fine, other for this one little dumbass thing, which is a break in a very non-integral part that just happens to be super integral because there's no way for me to mount this ring light on a tripod without that part. That stupid little, clearly cheap plastic part. I now have to buy a whole new ring light, which is like 170 bucks. Now, I thought Jay was so fucking stupid when he suggested that I look for parts online. I was like, there's no fucking way they're gonna sell some dumb plastic part for a specific newer ring light. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna try because I feel so bad having to buy a new one. Not that it's a lot of money for me, but that I just hate having to throw away perfectly good things. I have now made 8 videos that are public on my channel that are in the new style that I want to try, both emulate and put my own style onto. Okay, we're taking off the back. Ooh-hoo! Oh, this is cute. This is so simple. I could probably solder this myself. I'm sure I'm giving you a close-up look right now as I tell you. You can even see the little knob. Oh, this is so cute. So back when Jay was in college, getting his master's in electronic engineering, he used to buy me from the electronics store that sold these parts. I forget what they're called. The components that you put on the particle boards and stuff. He used to buy me little things that you could make yourself that were so fucking cute. I made a tiny little street light. I don't know, if I find it, I'll put some footage of it over here overlaid. And it was a little working street light that worked off of about this much circuitry. And I had fun soldering it myself and learning all of the components and what the rings on these, what are they called? Fucking capacitors. The rings on the capacitors. I could read what the capacitors would put out based on the rings for the most part. And I was memorizing it. It was useless knowledge, but to me it was really cool. So now I have to figure out a way to get these nuts off. How the fuck do I get these nuts off? I think, okay, so I unscrew these here and then the nuts will just drop. But how do I put the nuts on? I guess I hold my finger there or something. It's really tight in there. So we will definitely have to do a little finagling to get it right, but we will get her done because nothing compares to the pain and struggle I had to go through to get the back bumper off of my Jeep. Nothing. These are little pieces. It'll work. It'll work out. I don't know if it's been obvious or not to you guys, but I've been having so much fun with this new style of content that I've been doing. I've been loving it, frankly. It's been so much fun. It's pretty easy to hold the nut in place with just my fingernail as I'm taking this out. But I never thought that I could get away with doing that kind of custom content that wasn't just fully clickbait. I thought that any moment that wasn't my titties talking about something that you guys might deem interesting was time that you guys would just click away and not watch. But I've been getting so many compliments for the cinematic sequences, that it's eye porn, that it's such a good improvement, and I'm stoked about it. I'm happy that you guys like it a lot. Also, up until the last 2 videos, I've actually had an improvement on all of my stats except for viewer retention. Now, I'm feeling like because my thumbnails are so barren of any kind of information, but they're just like really aesthetically pleasing, which is kind of what I want to go for. If you go to Peter McKinnon's channel, that's kind of what his channel looks like as well. It's just a bunch of really beautiful pictures, and then like the title is clickbait and tells you a little bit about what the video is going to be about, but oftentimes, especially if it's a vlog, it doesn't really even let you know. So I'm thinking because the thumbnails are so pretty, a lot more people are clicking, but a lot of people aren't staying as long, or they're just staying for the B-roll portions, which is nice because I like the B-roll portions. They're an addition, and any new addition I want to do well, you know, but I need to figure out how to make my content dumb and quick enough that people will stick around and enjoy it, but not so dumb and quick that I don't enjoy creating it. How am I gonna get this out of there? Oh, there we go. Just had to push this little guy in there and like grab him out like a donut. So I just wanted to update you guys and let you know that so far I think it's a success. I think it's improving my numbers. I think it's making me more unique. It's prompting me to use more of my creative side, which I really fucking love. I love using anything creative about myself, especially something I'm passionate about, like the B-roll, the cinematography, stuff like that. Okay, we got the new one. I'm just gonna take this all the way off. Fuck! Oh my god, now I'm getting my arm stuck in the chair. Like, legit, my arm is stuck in the chair. What am I doing? This is why women shouldn't touch things. Okay, and this goes in here. If I have to go back and look at this footage to understand what the... Moving on. Okay, now that I know what I'm doing. Oh, I probably shouldn't put the top one on first, should I? I'm like getting up in it. No, it keeps going in sideways. It's not streamlined yet. Like, I'm trying new things, and therefore some shit might take a little time to get streamlined. Like the series I tried to do with Jay. I need to figure out how to clickbait titles better. I'm just not good at it. So not only am I having more fun with YouTube, but I feel like I'm being rewarded in that the algorithm is showing my videos. Like, I've gotten 3 or 4 comments from people being like, wow, I've seen your video in my feed for the first time in like a year, which is insane. Let me know if you guys have had the same experience, because that would be cool. I just want my channel to be unique, to be me, to not be cookie cutter, and to not make me feel like I'm gonna burn out really quickly, because all I'm doing is the same cookie cutter stuff or some stuff that I don't really care about. We're just putting the top back on this. With the content that I was creating beforehand, it really wasn't. Like, I was enjoying what I was creating. I'm like ruining the fuck out of my nail holding those nuts there. That's what she said. I was creating stuff that I like, but I was wondering why I didn't feel like I was doing anything unique, why I felt like there was always something missing, and why I felt like I would never get away from that like hot girl but nothing to add stereotype, you know? And I'm slowly trying to be that hot girl while not hurting my channel so hard by making everything demonetized and making only people subscribe who are interested in seeing a hot girl twerk and for some reason don't know how to go to Pornhub or OnlyFans or whatever. Like, you can get that from me, but I would rather have that kind of thing, the full-on sexuality stuff, like the Fan Service Friday stuff, and this is one of the reasons why I kind of liked that I moved that series over to Patreon. Not that I had a choice, I was kind of forced, but you know what I mean. I was happier about that because I felt like I was getting growth from that, but not real growth. It was just people that were waiting for the next like free porn, but not really porn that they could find on YouTube and then like explain to their wives or their moms why they're watching YouTube and jerking off or whatever. So while I do like to add sexuality to everything I do because I am sexy in everything that I do, I don't want that to be the only thing you take away from it. I kind of want it to be an extra little added fan service. Like, you like the character development enough to stick around, but then there's also a little TNA fan service for you guys as well, because not only do I enjoy that stuff like so much, but it's a huge part of my personality, and I just don't see that going anywhere anytime soon. Oh, I'm so happy. We can finally use my ring light again. I apologize. Yes, I apologize. I love this voice. Jay hates this voice.
Hello, guys. Do you like this voice I make? I want to suck your blood.
I should do a whole fucking ASMR of that shit. Broken and Discarded. New metal band name. New and how the fuck do I put this together? Okay, so we got the Slippy Dip goes inside the Badungadung. Then we got the Shooty Dooty goes through the Badungadung and the Shangadabung. And then we've got the washer, because I know what that's called. Goes on top, and then this right here. Is that right? Why would that be right? Oh, it's supposed to go on here! I almost put this together. Oh my Lord, Jesus have mercy on my soul. I need to repent from my blondness. Shit, fuck. God damn it. And then this goes in here, this goes here, and the final thing, like that. Now, let's remember that these are made of cheap plastic and will probably come apart on me again. Should I ever decide to do B-roll where I'm trying to be sexy through the ring light, like this, well, that is way too bright. Not shooting on auto has its disadvantages, that's for sure. But I think we are pretty much done here. It is completed. All I have to do now is, you see this? This is the old part. I just take this off of the stand. You know, the stand has this like bendable metal here, so why the fuck would it break if I'm bending it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? After I stick this on top of this, we will have perfect equilibrium of ring lightiness, and I can get back to what I do best, which is being a thought on camera, ASMRing, and Friday night mailing as I please. But let's talk a few more minutes, because I don't know how long I talked in this video, and I kind of want to pick at my nail because it's bothering me now that it's like bent inward, so I'm just gonna fucking rip it off, because quarantine nails, oh my god, even though this is like the normal for me now that I play bass and have decided to stop trying to keep up with short acrylics that make no sense just so I don't have to keep painting my nails every 5 days or I get this. This is unacceptable, but I already have ugly hands anyway, so fuck it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy just sitting down and chatting with me. This is one of those sit down and chat things where I just talk about random stuff. It's kind of weird and hard to sit there and juggle the people who will sit there and watch me do literally anything for literally any amount of time, the people who like the podcast style that's really long because they're doing something else while they're listening to me, and the people who actually support my personality, so they'll like watching me do whatever I do, and also appease the people who are just here to listen to a girl talk that has a nice pair of titties. I want to get you guys excited about the things that I'm excited about, so I'm gonna continue to try to force feed you all of this stuff that I'm excited about, bass, jeeps, etc., hiking, all of that, in a very digestible form with good personality, good conversations, making you think, making you happy, stress relieving, and just having a good time and being me on my channel, on a channel where you guys can feel like you can be yourselves. The main reason why I want a bigger audience anyway is because I want to build a community. I'm often jealous of other YouTubers where I go into the comment section, like Davey504 is a perfect example of this, but anyone who has a big following or just a following that is all there for one purpose, and that purpose usually for the people that I watch is either going to be a niche like Jeeps, or it's going to be the person's personality, and I want to be that personality. And when I see that to small degrees on my channel, it makes me so hyped because I'm like, I want more of that. I want to have that community where we have like hashtags that only pertain to the channel and like inside jokes and stuff. I've always loved that, and I loved that about streaming on Twitch too. I feel like Twitch has more of that community for me, even though I have a lower viewership on there now, because I have such a tight-knit long-term community of like the same 50 people, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping around those same 10,000 people that will watch every video of mine no matter what it is, while making that audience a little bit bigger. I watched an Asmongold video recently where he was reacting to a guy's video talking about how he doesn't really know the direction in which he wants his channel to go, and Asmongold was saying like, there's a larger ring of people who are there for your niche, who like the kinds of videos that you make, and you can make more of those kinds of videos to grow that audience, but then there's also merit in the smaller inner circle of people who will watch you do anything because they like you, and just making high quality videos and doing things that clearly your personality and how much passion you have for it shines through is gonna build that inner base. And the idea is that you try to make that inner base kind of catch up with the outer base of people who are just watching because you're literally entertaining, but they're not like ride or die. I don't know, I'm starting to go off on a tangent and just kind of speak from the heart, which is good and bad. It's a double-edged sword, but I have faith that most of you guys enjoy sitting here and talking to me and you like to hear it. So I appreciate you guys very much. I am gonna go. I'm just really fucking thirsty. And this time, it's not for dick. I do have a new sort of like fling kind of dude, but I can't talk about him, or I don't want to at at least. I feel like it would be rude. But it's interesting. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more at some point. But I always want to keep you guys up to date with what's going on. And right now, what's going on is these updates to my channel. The first video that did really well, the perfect shot, I loved that video so much, but it was before I had decided that I wanted to do less specifically Jeep talk in my Jeep videos. So this next video that's probably not going to be out before this one is about my bumpers, but it's also about anxiety. And I want to talk a little bit about performance anxiety while I put on the bumpers. And I don't want to sit there and tell you everything that I'm doing with the bumpers, because the point is not to show you how to put on these bumpers. It's to get you guys to forget that you're watching a Jeep video, because normally you guys wouldn't be watching Jeep videos unless you're one of the few people who are here because you like Jeeps. I love you guys so fucking much. Let's go ahead and montage putting this on its little rod here. We're gonna stick this female part. I love it when they say that, when they talk about components in electronics. They're like, stick the male and the female and the master and the slave. I'm like, how is this not sexual? I remember Jay thought I was hilarious for thinking that, like, I don't know if it's the SCSI cable, but there's some kind of cable in old ass electronics that's called master and slave, and it actually had master and slave printed on it, just like it's a male and female type thing. And I was like, literally, who is BDSMing here? It just makes me chuckle, because yes, I do think of the whole portion as the pussy, and the portion that the pussy goes onto as the penis, the male, and it actually works that way. Nerds be horny. I should know, I am one. All right, let's go. Gotta clean up first. Do you guys think I can stick my ass, like, in this and, like, make a cool thumbnail? Let's see. Never before tried theatrics. What does it look like? I can't see. There's my ass in the hole. Oh, that looks hilarious, you guys. Oh, why does this always get all dumb? There we go. That's not the thumbnail, because I'll be demonetized. But that looks fucking cool. All right, there's your random fan service. Come over here. Look this way. Alrighty then. Moment of truth. Yes! It works! Tara has saved the day on her own yet again. She's such a strong and powerful woman. She don't need no man except for Jay to tell her to Google this to see if it's a thing. Yay! We got it fixed. That is my take on my first 8. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Fuck, you can still see me. It's still bright up here. Damn it. One more. Is it pitch black now? Kinda? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.